Construction Measurements and Rates Part 12. I'm using my Part 12 video as an addendum to Part 11. In construction, an addendum is used to provide additional information or clarification to the original document. So I'm using an addendum in this context to provide clarification and additional information to my Part 11. Let me move on to my response to this question. What are the lights calculated in the measurement, or are they subtracted? Meaning continuous wall vis-a-vis an open wall. In my Part 3 video, my response to a question about painting of walls, I explained that windows and door openings should be deducted from the general measurement for the block wall. You deduct them because you're going to charge separately for the work that you will do. And I said those are measured in narrow widths. It's similar for the rendering. Of course, the rendering would have come before the painting, but that's how the questions were asked, so I am responding accordingly. Rendering in narrow width, in that case, would be rendering to jambs. So there is a rate separately for rendering to jamb. That is rough cast and then granite. Arises are those right angle corners that the masons have to create, and those are very technical, ensuring that it's not rounded up. It's supposed to be very sharp at a right angle. So because of that, you charge for that separately. There are other arises as well at the corners of some walls. That will be one aris, you add them on. Items of construction, unless you explicitly state it to the client, the rates should not be mixed up. You should measure general surface of wall by itself, and then you measure the details, which will be the jambs, the door opening, the arises, you add them. Top of wall with two arises is a different rate, and so on. Curves for arches are different rates. As I said, if you want your construction to remain reasonable, stay away from curves and anything that are irregular in shape and design. Curves cost you more. Also, do not confuse measured work with preliminary items. If you are going to put your preliminary items in the measured works, you need to state that. For example, if you have to put up a scaffolding, that means you're rendering at a height that you have to put up scaffolding, you should charge for that. That's a preliminary item. So you need to separate them and come up with your rate. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.